Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. This is podcast episode Monday Fire 30. I can't believe I've already done 30 of these little nuggets for you, but these tend to be almost your favorite. So thank you so much. So this podcast episode will be coming out on the week of Christmas. If you are listening to this as soon as it comes out, then you'll know Christmas is just in the next couple of days. And so I wanted to just give a little tidbit, something that I think will help some of the listeners today. In reference to the fact that it's the holiday season. And as you know, I coach female business owners on how to build a following and how to monetize their following in the online space, right? So I have tons of you who are listening who have a small business. You are either in the startup stages and you're really just working your tail off to try to get more clients, or you've already got a pretty full plate and you're like, how the heck do I balance the fact that it's the holidays with all these orders I have coming in, or with all these people that are sending me DMs, or with whatever. And so I know that there's a big variety of the people who are listening to this podcast, but here's what I wanted to encourage you with today. I was talking to my Inner Circle coaching students this morning about my plans for the Christmas holiday and how I'm planning on taking 2 weeks off essentially and not having any meetings on my calendar, which feels really big, hard, and scary considering fear is not the boss of you. We're still trying to get pre-orders for that on Amazon. Considering the fact that my Equipped conference is about 100 days away, and we're still trying to get people signed up to come to Kansas City in April to be at this business conference for women of faith. Considering that Creators Roadmap, we only launch that once a year. It's my signature course teaching people how to make money online in 7 different ways. And that launches for you guys at the end of January. So to take off 2 weeks for Christmas feels like nearly impossible. But I want to encourage you with some of the things that I was encouraging my students with this morning. And this is what I was saying to those business owners. And this is what I would like to say to you business owners. And even if you're not a woman who's in business, I still think you're going to get something out of this. Okay. And so listen, a lot of times during this time of year, as a business owner is preparing to take some time off during the holidays, what that means is there's like an entire week of preparation in anticipation for vacation. For those of you who are listening who are not a business owner, you may not understand this concept, but let me just give it to you from a very high level. Let's say my friend Laura, who works as a surgical nurse, she's going to take time off from her job. There's not a ton that she's going to have to do this week to prepare to be off for the next week or 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like she has to that she can't do anything for all of those surgeries in advance of a vacation. Let's say, her husband, for instance, who works at the Ford Assembly plant. It's not like he has to do a ton of stuff in preparation. Most jobs, like if you work at a dental office, there's nothing you can do to be off for a week. You just schedule your time off and you're off. But it's different for people who are entrepreneurs, who are business owners. And please hear me when I say I'm not like one way's right or wrong, but my audience is mostly business owners. And so for business owners, if in order to be off, there's like all this preparation that goes into place. And then there's all of this like pressure, I think, that we sometimes put on ourselves internally to still keep everything afloat, even though we're #off for the holidays. Am I right? You business owners know exactly what I'm talking about. So what's happening is the week before the holidays, you are working your tail off in preparation for the holidays. But then what's also happening is during the holiday season, even though you're supposed to be being off, you're really having a difficult time turning it off, ignoring your inbox, and all of the things. And so I wanted to come on to you with you today and just encourage some of you who during this season right now, you feel frantic. Because you've heard me say in the past, that you can sleep in Q1, but on Q4, you're going to push hard on the gas. And I almost want to apologize to you because, for so long, I believed the rhetoric that I hear from so many people in the online space. I believed that hustle, 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 grind, grind, grind. Thinking. And, for short spurts and short seasons, that's sometimes necessary to get things off the ground, to go through a season of launching or something, but it's not sustainable for the long haul. And it's not who I want to be, and it's not who I'm trying to raise up as the entrepreneurs that are walking down this path with me. I don't want us to be frantic, because the truth is when we're frantic at work, we're frantic at home. When we have what my friend Cindy calls the spirit of hand-wringing in our business, we take that spirit of hand-wringing home to our family. And so we can't be the best wife and mother that we need to be when we are solely focused on how are we going to keep this entrepreneur thing afloat, this small business thing afloat? What am I going to miss out on if I'm taking time off during the holiday seasons? And so in the past, I have said you can sleep in January, but press hard on the gas through December. And I want to go back and I want to redo that. And here's instead what I want to encourage you with today. This holiday week, take your foot off the gas. If you don't have anything scheduled on Facebook yet, so be it. If you're one of my coaching clients, you know that I tell you to be posting between 2 and 4 times a day, every day, every day, every day, every day, without ever skipping. And while that's still the best for to satisfy Facebook and how it's going to keep you in the feed, if you don't have anything scheduled yet, girl, just enjoy your family. Like turn off your phone and go ahead and don't push this holiday season. Just be present. I'm wondering if we could even start like a hashtag, no push, all present. No push, all present during this week. Because I think that I too at one point fell for the lie of capitalize on the season. And I was working, you guys, I can remember having clients in my home when I owned a decorative painting business on Christmas Eve. And I remember being so angry with myself because I wanted to set better boundaries, but I didn't know how to do it. And I was afraid of losing clients if I told them no, even though I didn't want to work the day before Christmas and the day after Christmas. And so, you know what, in retrospect now, as a woman who's, I can see 50 in the distance. And I've been a business owner, by the way, now for almost 20 years. So it's not like I've just developed some thoughts in the last 6 months. No, I've been around the block for just a moment. And here's what I can tell you with years now of perspective. You're not going to lose those clients if you say no on Christmas Eve, if you say no the day after Christmas. If they go to somebody else and they weren't always for you, they weren't your client and meant to be in the first place. I want to give you permission to lay so low this holiday season. I want to give you permission to really just take your foot off of the gas. If you don't have anything ready to post, don't even worry about it. People can wait, because what happens is when we're focused on work, when we're supposed to be focused on family, when we're focused on work instead of focusing on faith, when we're focused on work instead of the things that we really know in our hearts we want to focus on, we end up going into a shame spiral on the inside. Now, we may not talk about it on the outside. We may not discuss it with anybody, but we know when we're out of order. And when we know when we're out of order, a lot of times what will happen is we start shaming ourselves internally for that. Like, I should be more present with my family. I should be focusing on my kids' faces right now. And instead I'm answering DMs on Instagram. We know when we're out of order. And I want to encourage you this holiday season, literally take your foot off the gas. Focus on the things in front of you that matter the most. Because I know in my knower that when I back off of work, and I'm backing off of all meetings, all recordings, all trainings, all everything for 2 weeks. When I back off of work is when I get my best work ideas. And literally the best. Anytime I try to unplug from work by, let's say, going to the movies, or let's say going to get a massage, I promise you that's when I get my best creative ideas. When I'm literally trying not to think of work is when the greatest work aha moments happen for me. And I believe that will happen for some of you this Christmas season as well, if you will literally just take your foot off of the gas. I heard someone say recently, that no good ideas come from your desk. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a good, I think it was Allie Brown that said that. No good ideas come from your desk. And I was like, holy smokes, there are no truer words have ever been spoken. So I just want to give you permission to really lay low during this holiday season. To not feel shame about not, attending and answering back every DM right away. They will wait. It's Christmas. What lunatic expects you to answer them? And I want to really encourage you to not push and be all present. And I wonder what will happen to your business if we slide into 2020 instead of pushing our way to the end of the year. What if instead we go gently into a new decade? What if instead of just, hustling so hard and grinding to the end of 2019, if we literally just kind of slide into 2020 on our knees, focused on the things that matter. Listen, how you end a season matters and how you begin a season matters. And you're about to end a season. You're about to end a decade. You're about to end 2019, right? So I want you to end it well, and ending it in a place from a position of peace, so that you are really positioned to really start 2020 the same way. And I promise you, girlfriend, that's going to be better than any DM pushing on the gas, pressing hard over this holiday week. I give you full permission to focus on the things that matter to you most. I hope that is super helpful for somebody this week. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for being here week in and week out. Thank you for sharing this podcast. Thank you for making it hit all these, new levels of downloads and all the things. We appreciate you here at Team Allwood so very much. We'll talk to you again next year. Bye-bye.